Chakshuritam yana tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So today I would like to discuss the three moods of Balaram. And it's coming from Chaitanya Charitamrita, so it would also be the three moods of Nityananda. And since we have both Balaram and Nityananda here, so we can find out what are their three moods, or his three moods, as Nityananda as Balaram especially. So formerly in Ram Lila, Lord Balaram appeared as Lakshman, and he served Lord Ram as his younger brother. And the activities of Ram were full of suffering. And so Lakshman, he was tolerating it as the younger brother. He couldn't stop Ram from his different resolutions. So he remained silent, but he was unhappy in his mind. This is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So what was he unhappy about? That Kaikeyi was misbehaving and sending Ram to the forest and putting her son as king. He was unhappy at Dasharatha for banishing Ram. And he was unhappy at Ram afterwards for banishing Sita. For making her go through the fire and then banishing her. And then finally he got banished too. So it wasn't a happy situation for Lakshman. So therefore, next incarnation, he became the older brother. So then Krishna would have to listen to him. So, yeah, and so in Chaitanya Charitamrita it says, Kavu Guru, Kavu Saka, Kavu Vritya Lila, Purve Janatin Bhave, Raje Koila Kela. So the three moods, Guru, Saka, and servant. Sometimes Nityananda serves Lord Chaitanya as his guru, sometimes friend, sometimes servant, just like Lord Balaram played with Krishna in these three moods in Braj. And so as a friend, they were playing in the forest, they were fighting with each other, they were imitating the calls of animals, imitating different animals. And Krishna would play on one side, Balaram would play on the other, and sometimes one would win, Balaram's party would win, sometimes Krishna's party would win. And so that is how he was a friend. As a guru, he was feeling vatsalya, or parental love, towards Krishna. Sometimes Balaram would be tired playing and he would put his head on the lap of a cowherd boy and Krishna would massage his lotus feet. So how do we know, how can we find out? Nectar Devotion tells us about Balaram's vatsalya, or his parental feelings toward Krishna. So here's a statement that Balaram made to his friend Subal. My dear friend, please inform Krishna not to go to Kaliya's lake today. Today's his birthday and I want to go along with Mother Yashoda to bathe him. Tell him he should not leave the house today. So this shows how he took care of Krishna with parental love. And before Krishna would go out to play, we heard Maharaj telling us Yashoda would tell Balaram to protect Krishna. And sometimes when Balaram didn't go with Krishna, so many things happened. Agashura came, they walked into his mouth, and again Brahma came and stole the cowherd boys. Kaliya came and wrapped his hoods around Krishna, wrapped his coils. And so, yes. So another example from Nectar of Devotion of Krishna's relationship with Balaram in a parental way was one time Krishna stole butter. And there was this lady, one lady after him, Jarati, and he was so afraid of her. He came to his brother Balaram, please protect me, please protect me. She's chasing me. So another time, when they were walking in the forest, Krishna was praising Balaram. And he said, my dear brother, you're superior to all of us. Your lotus feet are worshipped by the demigods. Just see how these trees full of fruits and flowers are bending down to worship your lotus feet. And so then, that was as guru, parental. Then as servant, Balaram got bewildered. when Brahma stole the boys and Krishna expanded, then he was servant, and he said, who is this mystic power? Where has she come from? Is she a demigod or demoness? She must be the illusory energy of my master, Lord Krishna. For who else can bewilder me? So he accepted Krishna as his master. Again, when there was a problem in Hastinapur, one of the sons of Krishna went and kidnapped Duryodhana's daughter at her Swayamvar. So Balaram went as a messenger to the crews, but they were very insulting. They were insulting Krishna also. So Balaram got angry. He said, what is the value of a throne to Lord Krishna? The masters of the planetary systems accept the dust of his lotus feet on their heads. This dust makes the holy places sacred. Even Brahma, Shiva, Lakshmi, and I, who are all portions of his plenary portion, carry that dust on our heads. So Balaram, he has that mood of servitude, Nityananda. So there is one quote from Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 15th chapter, where it describes how we need both Krishna and Balaram. That Krishna, the Sanskrit is Gyanasim, Achyutabala. So Gyanasim is the sword of knowledge. Krishna gives us a sword of knowledge, but to get the strength to hold the sword of knowledge, we need Balaram. We need Balaram's strength. So he's Achyutabala. We need his strength. And he's also Nityananda. We need Nityananda's mercy to worship Lord Chaitanya. And what is the weapon? Sankirtan, Harinam. So we can do that today.
Yeah.
We can get the weapon to get the knowledge, and then we can get the strength by the mercy of Balaram. So one last pastime from Nectar of Devotion, which you won't hear from Krishna book. This is about chanting Krishna's name. When Krishna's name was chanted, Balaram saw his dress became white, although he was generally accustomed to a bluish dress. And the cowherd girls saw the water of Jamuna river turn to milk. So they began to churn it into butter. In other words, by the spreading of Krishna consciousness, the glories of Krishna, everything becomes white and pure. Okay, Hare Krishna. Glories to Balaram.
Glories to Balaram.